God bless the flag, we all beating our chest. When it's peace, it's the same old game, the same old players, same old names. Right. My skin is my sin. My skin is my sin. My skin is my sin.
What's good, fam? How's everybody doing? That's what's up. That's what's up. Like I can hear you. But this is Jobs, and you are tuned in to My Skin is My Sin on Blog Talk Radio. From goons to guys, we welcome everyone. We only have one rule, and that's be respectful. Y'all already know that, though. And I'm just waiting on, as usual, Sean and AJ on super CP time. That's cool, though. Been a pretty good day, though. An up and down day. But I woke up, I'm feeling good, and we're going to keep it moving. I'm about to let me get AJ and Sean in on the phone in just a second. And before I do that, let me get on my soapbox for a second. And in case you are unaware, we're talking about Korryn Gaines tonight. And I'm going to say this. Somebody lost their life. Whether you agree or disagree with her actions and motives, at the end of the day, somebody passed away. When I pass away personally, despite how I pass away or the circumstances, what I don't want is people being disrespectful. And not that I care personally, but I care how my kids would see it, and I don't want them to have to relive something over and over and over. Especially people like that, really going after me for whatever reason. So that being said, I may not agree with everything that the Queen did, but she did something, and she passed away. And I definitely want to honor that and show respect and say rest in peace to the Queen. So we'll have a good dialogue about it. And y'all know how we do. Say what you want to say. Just be respectful. So on that note, let me get Sean and AJ on the line. What's good, fam?
Good.
What's good? Nothing much. You sound like you and the can.
You got the can. You got the pecan. You got the pecan with the string.
Oh, that can't be me. That's me?
Yeah, that was you with the can with the string.
So, if I sound now, good?
Yeah, you good now.
All right, cool.
You got to give
cool. Yeah, man. See, man. I left the pecan with the string alone. I got the headset in, right, for the old Macintosh computers, right? You feel what I'm saying? Well, you got they got the cord on each ear. Yeah, they got the cord on each ear. You feel what I'm saying? One on the left, one on the right, two slot. Yeah, I'm on that. I'm on that time today. But what's good, y'all?
You can take me off the list,
man.
Yeah, man. I know we got a serious topic today. You feel me? But the first 10, 15 minutes, we just chop up game. And while we do that, I want to bring this up. I want to say salute to that brother. I forgot his name. He was looking kind of rough down there in South Carolina, but he put them motherfucking beats on Dylan Roof today. I know y'all heard about that.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, I didn't see the brother. I applaud his effort, but it should have went further.
I already know. I know what you about to say, man. He's 4 shanks in him. I feel you. You feel me? I got to give him credit for at least doing something, because that boy been down for a whole year. And they nothing happened to him, so somebody just was like, F it. Caught that young man slipping and put them beats on him by Dre real quick. Just, boxed him up.
Well, he got a long time to get acclimated to getting his ass whooped.
Oh, yeah.
And quite honestly,
suffer.
If you're in the joint and you listening to us and Dylan Roof happens to walk in, don't kill the dude. Just beat him mercilessly every day for at least a year. Then go ahead and kill him. I'm sorry, don't ever kill him. That is not a view shared by My Skin is My Sin or Blog Talk Radio. We're not encouraging that.
I'm looking at you like,
yeah, you're supposed to just, you know, you're supposed to say that.
Yeah, man, that's when everybody starts slowly backing away from you, like, okay.
My apologies, and that definitely does not represent Sean Dodd or AJ Green. Yeah, you about to lose a sponsor. You about to lose sponsors, man.
Pay bills. He was going to say goodbye, like, oh, snap, what the hell happened? That was a ghost. Somebody, who said that? Who said that? Like, what happened?
Oh, my goodness. Hey, but on a serious note, so I think we may have somebody that actually knew Korryn Gaines personally calling up tonight. That should be interesting if, in fact, they do. Salute to you if you're listening. Definitely appreciate that. Shout out to Rome for hooking that up. And so with that being said, he said they're supposed to call about 7:10. So you know what? And let's jump into things a little bit early. I know we typically, like AJ said, we typically don't talk about anything, much for the first 15 minutes. But I think in this particular instance, it definitely deserves as much time as we can allot.
Yeah, let's get it popping.
And if you aren't aware, we do have an event on Facebook for the show. And for this particular show, the event title is Korryn Gaines, Hero or Responsible for Her Own Death. And you simply just type that in. And if you don't want to get on air, but you have a question, you can just type a question or comment in the event. If you do want to get on air, the telephone number is 347-855-8692, and you have to press 1 to get on air. And let me just give you a little rundown of some of the things that I know. And if there's some new information, please don't hesitate to let us know. Basically, what happened was, I guess it all started with a traffic stop between Ms. Gaines and the police in the Baltimore area. And it was a contentious traffic stop. I saw the video of that. And I can only go off of what I've seen and what I've read. I was not there. I'm going to keep it a stack. She was very aggressive during this traffic stop.
You seen the whole video? You see the 20-minute one? You seen the 20-minute one?
No, I don't think I saw the 20-minute version.
Yeah, I seen the whole. It's a longer version of it.
I have to check that out. And if you got that, man, put that in the event so we can definitely check that out. Because, especially in this particular instance, it's so much unknown. I want to preface everything by saying, anything that I say is based off the limited information that I have available to me now.
Yeah, and that was that was in March. I don't know if you mentioned that, but that traffic stop was in March.
And right, and as a result of that traffic stop, and correct me if I'm wrong, she had some warrants. Her and her boyfriend or friend, they haven't really said much about the relationship. They haven't confirmed anything.
See, that's the thing. He's claiming that that's her boyfriend, 39-year-old William something. No, his name is Rome something. I forgot. But I seen the brother, he started the GoFundMe page already. Yeah, I seen it today. I went to his Facebook page earlier. I was doing a little bit of research myself. All right, let's continue on.
Well, thank you very much. As a result of that, she got some warrants. For some reason, the police decided to serve her at home over some misdemeanors. And at that point, it really gets foggy. She did a Facebook Live post, and they basically deactivated her account. From the police story, showed up to the house. She wouldn't answer the door. They heard people talking. They went and got the key from the landlord. They tried to open the door. They unlocked the door handle lock. They could not, and she had the chain on there, so they kicked that in. When they get in, they saw her holding a shotgun. Negotiations ensued for hours. There was, her boyfriend / friend was there with another child. He escaped with the other child, and she stayed behind with her 5-year-old son. The police say that they shot at her once. She returned fire, and at that point is when they shot not only her but her son as well. Her son is doing good. He's going to make a recovery, and unfortunately, she passed away. And that's in a nutshell from what I know. I will say one thing. I'm on the fence, and I'll tell you why. As a parent, I just cannot fathom putting your child in harm's way. I understand being pulled over. I understand being angry. I understand, really wanting to go ham at the police. Just personally, and I haven't walked in her shoes, don't get me wrong. However, the one thing that if I were going to do something like that, I would not involve my child. I just don't, that's just something that is just, I just can't see it. Not to say my child at 5 years old. What you involve your child in at 20 is a little different. But at 5 years old, I just can't see doing anything that would possibly jeopardize their safety. That being said, I wasn't there. I don't know how it went down once they got to her house.
All right, from what I gathered, because I was intensively following this. All right, on the 20-minute video, they pulled over. She was flexing her rights. You feel me? She gave them basically a license, insurance, everything. She was asking for their ID, which is perfectly legal. They was trying to, I guess, they were just like, why you need my ID? Why you need my ID? Why you need my ID? So the little clips that was chopped up, because it was only like 2 minutes, that's all it really was. So when you're watching the whole time, they're having a sensible conversation. There's a very long clip. And I can get to my conspiracy theory, but we got time for that. So, and there was another clip that it showed her when she first purchased her shotgun that she had allegedly. And this was last week. This was July 19th. So this wasn't, all these things didn't happen on the same day pretty much. These are the only 3 videos. These are the only 3 videos that he left up on her social media account. And then the last video they showed where she was holding the camera when she was live streaming, and we seen the dude from the SWAT team. So for what I'm reading off of Facebook, and the dude that was there, he has a kid with her. The one kid that he left out the house with was his. Okay. And he said that, so they said that he was trying to negotiate with the other boy, and he said no. I'm thinking to myself, me personally, if I have a child with a female and she has a child from another relationship and her mother's in a situation like that, and she don't want to leave, a 5-year-old cannot out-negotiate me from taking him out of a situation like that. That's virtually impossible. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're the smartest 5-year-old in the world. I'm going to grab you. We're getting out of there however they got out of there. So, right. I mean, that's a little confusion, the conflict right there as well, in my opinion. See, and that's where things get really foggy to me, because we don't know what happened after that, but we do know that they deactivated her account, her Facebook account, because she was streaming live. That's what she did. Right. And in Maryland, the law is every cop has to wear body cameras. So they cut theirs off first, they cut hers off first, and then within the next 15 minutes or whatever, boom, she's dead. That's kind of shaky to me.
You said they deactivated her account, right?
Right.
Of the live and all of that, right? So
correct.
Because in my head, I'm looking at it like this. They're like, all right, you know what? They already don't want the public seeing videos no more. So they're like, yo, listen, if they just stop seeing them, because when we see that, we know what's going on, but when we see it, it hits even harder. It hurts more. Right. And it resonates with us more. What's happening? So they starting to give with the hey, stop. Stopping it from being seen, and then the people will fall back. And the videos that are still up are the ones with her, giving a lip. Those videos are still up, though, with her giving lip.
Right, and that's something that I always talk about. That's something I always talk about on the show, how America is going like neo-Nazi in a certain way, because if these are the only videos you're going to leave up, they're already going to paint the image in people's head when they see her.
They paint the narrative. They paint the narrative early. You know what I mean?
Correct.
And you know what? She giving lip. I don't even. It doesn't. You said she gave up her ID, the registration, and everything. It doesn't matter if she gave lip. That cop that was on here the other day making all them excuses. He said it's a job. Okay, it's a job, and your job is to be a servant of the public, right?
Correct.
Citizen on patrol. Doesn't matter if somebody gives you some lip, especially if they're giving you the paperwork. Well, and then he's telling us, just how you talk. It doesn't matter how you talk. You're getting what you want, right?
Correct.
Now,
you get what you want.
I will say,
to do your job.
She did not give up any paperwork, and like I said, I didn't see the 20-minute one, so I didn't see that part.
Yeah. Well, it was just that. I seen that clip. It was just a clip, though. I mean, he probably gave her paperwork already. The cop was already walking to the car and stuff like that. He probably already had it.
Correct.
Especially if she already gave it up. It said that she gave it up. For her, they had the ticket and everything else. She gave it up. So I don't even care about her giving that cop lip. That means nothing.
And another thing, I was in the process of asking for it. But fellas, you do got to call last four digits of 6,000.
I just want to get this one thing out. When we was talking about painting the narrative, and Sean said, well, you don't think that the people are going to get riled up if they see it. I was thinking that they're trying to cover their tracks as well, because you're basically breaking your own law by not wearing a piece of your uniform, pretty much. That's your body cam is a part of your uniform. That's why there's no question about what happened to Fidel Castile, and no question what happened to our brother Austin Sterling. So now we can paint the narrative that she always gives lip. 3-minute video, 50-second video of her loading the gun. All right, people won't see what they're saying now.
Black people need to stop giving lip. If they just be quiet and she gave up paperwork.
Exactly.
It don't matter if you're quiet or not, man. You pay to just check something out, see what's going on right here. Doesn't matter if I say fuck you.
Let me get to I'll respond to that after I get to this call. We're gonna get to 6,000 right quick. What's good, fam?
Yo, peace, family. What's good, fam?
What's good with you?
Yo, man, I ain't gonna hold nothing up today, yo. I just want to say this. Once I let everything come out, I'll say this. I lived in that apartment complex. You know what I'm saying? I recently moved less than a year ago from that area. I need people to put this picture in your head. The police station is across the street. You can cross the street from the apartment, and it's a police substation. Wow. Right there. They right there. They are right there. So I don't know when this shit became legislated in Maryland, but I've also been served a warrant for a $70 traffic ticket.
Really?
So, facts. 2 cops, guns out, search the crib, all that, for a $70 ticket. So you got to understand the type of the police department that you're dealing with when you hear this. So I'm just trying to give you a better perception of everything. So we all
can I drop a quick note in here? With these private prisons, they can sue the state if they're not up to I think 90-80% capacity. So yeah, that's why they come at us like that. They need us, our bodies in there to be slavery. Anyway, but continue to build.
Right. So I say all that to say this. Queen clearly was up on the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? She knew what she was talking about, and she knew her rights. I don't care what the media's putting out as far as trying to make mental illness the issue or whatnot. Mental illness, no mental illness. She should not be dead. And I say this: she did not do anything that was illegal. She did everything that was in her constitutional right. She did not leave the home. She had a legal firearm. You know what I'm saying? She didn't shoot first. everything she did was legal. And if she was white, she'd be alive right now. And that's all that I'm going to say, man. Like, rest in peace, Queen. And, you know, and that's all I'm going to say, man. Like, I know some people are on the fence, yo. There's no question for me about it. Like, she should not be gone. You got 2 boys with no mother now. You understand what I'm saying? It's just another fucked up part of this cycle, yo, of this white supremacy shit. I'm gonna leave on this. If you niggas don't understand that this shit is not a game no more, and that they will come and kill you for traffic tickets in front of your kids and will shoot your kids too, if you niggas do not wake the fuck up, you already dead. And I'm gonna leave on that, man. Like, yo, mute me, yo, keep the show moving.
Salute, man. I definitely appreciate that. And actually, we have at 9543. I definitely am going to get to them next, man. And salute to you, man, for calling in, man, and always helping out, man. Definitely appreciate that.
Definitely, facts.
So let me get to 9543 right quick. And I do believe this is the person that lives in her area. So hold on one second. 9543, what's good?
9543.
You are live on air, 9543.
9543.
We can't hear you clearly. I can hear you talking, but I can't hear you clearly. Hello?
How you doing?
Peace, Queen.
How y'all doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. Could you tell us who you are? You know, like what relation that you have with Korryn?
Yes, I'm Ariel Conaway. Korryn Gaines. L is also. She's my best. Can y'all hear me? Because I'm trying to listen to myself on the speaker, trying to so my family can hear what's going on as well while I'm talking to you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
They can hear me, but you can't hear. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
That's perfect.
Maybe we should try. We'll have some complication. Give me a second, brother.
That's okay. Take your time.
Okay, we're back. I'm back.
Okay. So, could you tell us about Korryn? Like, what type of person she was?
Well, I've known Korryn now. We've been best friends since 6th grade, and she's always been a genuine divine being like we all are. And she had special powers like we all do. And she executed her right as a free national and international being, executing her constitutional right and standing on her square. And that's just a result of what happened. I'm very proud of her. I commend her. I love her. She's still with me to this day. I'm a little shaken up by it, but, you know, we had talks about this manifesting, and she knew that this is how the way she had to go. And I'm proud of her. I mean, I just wish she, of course, she was still here, but it's all about the theft of the birthright and what they're trying to do. And it's very sad they're trying to slaughter her name and make it about Black Lives Matter, because Korryn Gaines, L, was not black. She was Moorish American, indigenous, and aboriginal to the world, of all nations. And they knew that. And I want everybody to know that she was not black. She was not a part of the United States. She was not a corporate entity. She was not a straw man. She was a real entity of flesh and blood and bones. Okay? She was my sister. We've been brought into more shots, and we just, you know, it's just so crazy that ever since that happened, it's just so much going on. And yes, I'm a little emotional right now because I just lost my best friend.
And that's totally
and I just want, you know, and it's just so much going on in the universe right now, bringing everything in alignment, and it's just happening so fast than what I could imagine at this very moment. And I would like for you to go ahead and actually talk to the man who brought us into, you know, the knowledge, which we've always been conscious of it, but Rui Ben Israel, and this is my father. Peace.
Okay.
Peace to everybody on the air.
How you doing?
I'm gonna go real slow and I want everybody to pay real good attention to what I'm going to say. And everything I say, I'm going to be reading from documentation, from sources that you can go research for yourself. So get a pencil, a pen, record it, because I want you to go check this out. Because our people don't know what the game is. You understand?
Yes, sir.
It's slavery, and we agreeing to being slaves by going by names that allude to slavery, such as Negro, Black, Colored, African American, Ethiopian. We are none of those things. They branded us that in 1779 through 1865. Are you following me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I do have a question before you start. Are you a Moor?
We all are.
Okay.
Anybody that's been branded Negro, Black, Colored, African American, Ethiopian is a Moor. We're universal beings. We've been spread to the four corners of the planet Earth. Earth is our home. Y'all, are you following me?
Yes, sir.
I hear you.
Yeah. All right, now now I'm gonna give you some documentation. Let me give you some documentation of what an American is. Now this is coming from the Webster's Unabridged 20th Century Dictionary, the English Language, 1936. All right, so it's the Webster's 1828 American Dictionary of the English Language, and it's the Webster's Unabridged 20th Century Dictionary. Here is the definition of an American: an aboriginal, or one of the various copper-colored natives found on the American continent by the Europeans. The original application of the name. I'm going to repeat that one more time. An aboriginal, or one of the various copper-colored natives found on the American continent by the Europeans. The original application of the name. So what does that tell us? It tells us, number one, you got to be melanated to be an American. Are you following me?
Correct.
Number two, it's telling you that the Europeans discovered us here. So that's telling you that the Europeans are foreigners and we're home. Now, let me help you understand something else. I'm going to give you some more documentation, because we run around calling ourselves U.S. citizens and United States citizens. That's where we're getting in trouble, because we're not. The United States, that's a body politic, a European body politic. And when you agree to being it, that means you're being to being a slave. So let me give you some documentation. The identity of a U.S. citizen. The Legislative Act of February 21st, 1871, 41st Congress, Section 3, Chapter 62, page 419. United States, also known as U.S. Inc., a commercial agency, originally designated as Washington, D.C., in accordance with the 14th Amendment, which the record indicates was never ratified. See Utah Supreme Court cases, Diet versus Turner, 1968, 43-9 P2D 266,267, State versus Phillips, 1975, 540 P2D. Now what I'm doing, I'm giving you some documentation as to what a United States citizen is. Now, I gave y'all enough so you can back up and check it out for yourself. Congressional record, June 13, 1967. A citizen of the United States is a civilly dead entity operating as a co-trustee and co-beneficiary of the PCT, the Private Construct Substitute Trust of the United States, Inc., under the 14th Amendment, which upholds the debt.
Sir,
yes.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. And my thing is, I really don't want to make it about, I'm going to talk about Korryn. Because,
that's what I'm doing. That's what listen to me. That's brother.
You got to give me a chance to speak, though, sir.
Say it again.
You got to give me a chance, an opportunity to speak.
I know, but I was speaking. You cut me off.
Right.
I know it's your show and everything. Huh?
Right. I had to, because I do have a couple of questions, quite honestly.
I know. What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to give you. You asked me about Korryn. I'm trying to tell you about Korryn. This is what she knows. This is what she knew. So
okay, let me answer this question though. That being
go
said,
ahead. Yes.
That being said, my thing is this, and I'm not disagreeing with what you said thus far, not at all. But there's what you're saying. There's what you're saying, and then there's how we're treated.
No. I'm not talking about treatment. I'm talking about the true reality. I'm talking about a true reality. I'm talking about treatment.
Okay, well,
see, what I'm trying to get...
Make a difference for that. Make a difference for that.
Listen, well, I'm trying to shape y'all's frame of mind as to Korryn's frame of mind, because if you don't understand it, you're going to think if you don't understand it, you're going to think she was crazy, or she went too hard, or she did this and did something wrong. What I'm trying to tell you, she didn't want to be a slave. It was give me liberty or give me death. But if you don't know you're a slave, how are you going to fight for freedom? The problem is our people don't know that they agreeing to being slaves. That's why you can get shot down in the street, because you're agreeing to be in commercial property. And I challenge anybody right now, get a dictionary, a law dictionary, and look up person and black. That's a bad word. Anytime you associate with that word, you dead in the water. Now, Corinthians didn't proclaim herself as such. That's what they hide. See, we ain't reading. Okay. We ain't studying. We don't know the language. They saying one thing and going by another. What we think is green is blue. What we think is black is white. Because we don't study. For instance, the word black. Black is an adjective. It describes a noun. How you going to be an adjective? Tell me. Everybody know anything part of speech, right?
I get what you're saying. I guess, how does that prevent us from getting shot?
How does that prevent you from getting shot? By knowing what's going on. But you got to proclaim your nationality. It ain't just on a massive level. We got to stop agreeing to being slaves and stop this black crap.
Well, can I say this one thing?
Go ahead.
Honestly, in a lot of cases, you can do anything and get shot. Because we can talk about our brother Charles Kinsley down there in Fort Myers. He was laying on his back with his arms up and still got shot. So it's really nothing.
Was, right?
He claimed
himself as his status was. His status was black. What I'm trying to get you to understand is we can't keep formulating, when we have these type of tragedies, we can't keep formulating in front of the international community agreeing to being black. Because that's telling the whole world that we still agreeing to being slaves and nobody's going to aid and assist us.
Also, this is Sister Deani. I just want to say this to everybody. This beautiful mom of two, because first they were killing our sons and now they're killing our mothers. This beautiful mother of two, flesh and blood human beings, Aboriginal Moorish International American, was described by every news agency as being a subject, an occupant, a resident, a suspect, and all of these terms, which if you look them up in any law dictionary, is a term that can be given to someone without any judicial process, where a conclusion has already been drawn to her guilt. And she has never seen not one judiciary process that would have given a conclusion that she was any of those things. And no one has objected to it. So when they're giving a news conference and they're saying the suspect, the subject, the occupant, the resident, all of these things, none of those things were her. She was never black, she was never African American, and nobody has objected to that. So as long as we are all those things that we allow them to refer to us as being, we're going to have these problems. How do we stop them? First of all, we make them recognize us for who we really are. And we're not subjects. We're not occupants or residents. We're not a suspect. We are home in our Aboriginal and indigenous lands We're more international Americans, and we deserve the respect of the supreme beings that we are. She knew where she was, and she took a chance that somebody, and I don't care what kind of job you have on this planet, your job should never include killing a mother of 2 young babies for any reason. She has no right, there's no reasoning why this woman is dead. And we shouldn't tolerate it. And we need to bring it up to the limelight for what it really is, murder.
The question that most people that a lot of people would have in that aspect, and we got a lot of callers. I apologize. We'll get to you as soon as possible. But the question that a lot of people have had in that regard is, why didn't she leave when the gentleman left? Or at the very least, why would she
That's what I'm saying. Y'all not listening. What I'm trying to get you to understand is it was gives me liberty or gives me death. Korryn was not wrong. She did nothing wrong. Now, I went and seen her son, okay? Korryn calls me daddy. I ain't just no caller, okay? She's my daughter's best friend. She was a daughter to me. Now, what I want you to understand is she said, give me liberty or give me death. When somebody is enslaved and they don't want to be a slave anymore, it's give me liberty or give me death. Understand that. Please, understand that.
I can understand what you're saying and still maybe not necessarily agree with what you're saying, and that's okay.
Well, okay, now, what y'all trying to see here, I'm going to tell you, I know where y'all going. In fact, with the little boy, right, with her son, right? No. Let me finish saying what I got to say, because he wasn't in the line of fire. They shot after him, and I got it on video.
I believe, whoa.
Now, I got it on video. They just stopped everybody from coming there to see the little boy. But see, I knew they was going to do that. You know why? Because I'm a divine being. I'm 2 steps ahead of them. Now, Korryn came into the knowledge by me, by way of me. I'm not claiming any superior title or anything. What I'm trying to get you to understand is that we have to get to a level where we can foresee things. But by not being yourself, we ain't gonna never get to that plateau. You understand? The first beginning of that process is knowing self. We don't know ourselves. We too busy thinking that we're something else that we are not. I just gave you the definition of what a U.S. citizen. That's not us.
Right. But the thing with that is, it didn't prevent her from getting tracked down and killed.
Sir, let me ask you this question. Sir.
Go ahead.
Okay. Did you see the entire video where she was pulled over by the police? And
yes.
If you did, because how did you feel as though that she handled that situation?
I feel she handled it as a woman who wants to be free, who did nothing wrong. Y'all want to keep rationalizing. Listen, we're going to oppress people. We're going to do a lot of things that somebody thinks she could have done this or done that. The ones that's fighting for hold on, listen to me. The ones that's really fighting for their freedom, it ain't no goddamn blueprint to this shit. If you really fighting for your freedom, it's no blueprint. And you ain't going to understand until you get in the fight. Until you get in the line of fight. Everybody can talk all that crap, all they want to. Let me tell you something. This woman has more goddamn courage in her goddamn baby finger than the brothers that I see walking around here every day in their whole body.
I agree with you.
So don't stigmatize her. She wasn't crazy. Lynn ain't had shit to do with it. She was a sister that want to be goddamn free.
I agree with you. I do.
Until when that shit hits your door, I'm telling you, it's gonna hit everybody's door, because all of us in this shit together. And until we realize we slaves and we fight for our freedom, as is always in history, we ain't gonna never be free.
All right, sir, do you mind if I take another call?
Stop playing games and call it what it is. It's slavery.
Do you mind if we take another caller? We got a lot of people, and I'm sure they would love to ask you some questions.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. And let's see who we're going to get to first. We're going to get to 302 first. And I take that back. I apologize. We're going to get to 7082 first. They've been on hold for quite a long time. What's good, fam?
Yeah, what's up, bro? What's up, AJ? It's Malik.
Yeah, what's going on, Malik?
Not much.
Have you been checking the show, Malik?
What'd you say?
You got any questions? Have you been listening to anything?
For the Morris dude? Or for y'all?
Yeah, but we have Korryn's best friend's father on the line. If you had any questions or comments for him.
There's probably more comments. Because like I understand what he's saying, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Me knowing Black Law's dictionary front to back, side to side, isn't going to stop me. You know, if the cops pull me over and, you know, I'm standing on my square, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling them what I know about myself, you know what I'm saying? That's not going to stop me from getting killed. What I think we're trying to deal with here is how in the future we can better handle these situations.
I just brought up the incident with the brother Charles Kingsley where he was laying on his back and he still got shot. So yeah, it's been plenty different types of situations where people have abided by the law and still have been shot. So honestly, with these race soldiers that they have that they're dressed up as police, it kind of doesn't matter really how you're approaching these situations nowadays. I mean, because we've been saying this since Rodney King got his ass kicked. Well, maybe he shouldn't have been in that low-ass car. Maybe he shouldn't be doing this. Maybe he shouldn't be doing that.
Let me listen to me. What I'm trying to help you to understand is the strategy, because we overrun. We don't have the power. We can't beat them with no arms. I'm not even suggesting that. What I am suggesting that we know what's really going on, okay? And when these things happen, we don't go out there claiming that we black. We go out there telling who we are.
It don't make any difference.
Hold on.
That's not going to change the outcome at all, in my opinion. I just can't.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Listen. Okay? What's your strategy? What's your game plan?
My strategy, me personally, I think we need hackers. That's just my 2 cents, and
we
I've
need
been
what?
saying that for the longest. Hackers.
Need what? What's hackers?
Somebody that can basically like computer thieves on the internet.
And what's that going to do?
Let's say I'm sitting at home and I'm a hacker, and I can get into any computer system that I feel like taking the time to assess and taking the energy to break into. Let's say top 8.
Listen to me. Check this out. Let me tell. I got it. I understand it now. But what you're doing is you're talking warfare now. And what I'm trying to get you to understand is we can't go to war with them. We ain't gonna get no victory like that. Listen, these people this government, they take down nations, man. We in the belly of the beast, and we have to have a divine approach. Listen, the world don't need no more war. We don't need no more war. We need love. We need us to love ourselves and be who we are. Identify ourselves who we are.
Hold up, though. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously that's not all right. So anybody being a Moor, being a Hebrew Israelite, being whatever they are, and them being divine or whatever is not going to help them from this injustice happening to them.
Listen. I didn't say the minute we start declaring who we are, it's gonna stop. I didn't say that.
Then what is this about? This is about solutions.
Listen. The international world has to see us under one free national name. You just said it yourself. Hebrew Israelites, Jew over here, Moor over here, black over here. That shows disunity right there. We got to be recognized by the world under one free national name. Now,
I don't think so. Because
Malik, I got to get to the next caller, bro. I hate to cut you off, man, but the switchboard is like a Christmas tree right now.
Okay, hold up. Before you go off, everybody else that come onto the comment, I want you to ask them, is they a U.S. citizen? Now, I just read the definition of it, right? Now, everybody else that come on, ask them, is they a U.S. citizen, right? Because I just read you the definition. So now, since they all know, then ask them, what are they? And that'll tell
my two cents on that is, legally, from what you said, no, we aren't, but we are here and we live here, so we're going to get treated in that manner. And actually, no, we don't even get treated as a citizen, we get treated as less than a citizen. So there's what's true legally, and then there's reality. You can argue all you want that we are citizens. When the police pull you over, they don't care. It's not going to preclude them from assaulting you and or killing you.
Okay. You use two words, but I'm only going to ask you one. Do you know what legal means? You use the word legal. Do you know what it means?
I have my idea of what legal means.
Huh?
I have my idea of, I can look it up
I ain't asked about no idea. See, this is the problem with this. I'm trying to tell you what the problem is. We going by words and terms and we don't know them.
It doesn't make a difference when you get pulled over. You can know every dictionary, every word, every thought.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Listen. Hold up. Here you go. Hold up. Here again. I just asked you. Listen. You using words and don't know the meaning of them. I asked you. You use the word legal and citizen. I asked you what legal means. You said I got an idea of what. What the hell is an idea? Even know or you don't.
What difference does it make when you get pulled over and shot?
Because it's accumulative. Ignorance is accumulative.
You can be as smart as you want. If the other person with the gun is ignorant, you're gonna get shot.
Well, check this out, bro. If we having a radio show, right? And you using words, right? You're a radio host and you're using words, and I need some clarification on a word that you just used, and I ask you what it means, and you don't know the definition. What does that say about us?
It doesn't say anything. There's a lot of words that you don't know the definition to. There's a lot of words I don't know the definition to.
Yes, there's a billion words that I don't know the meaning of, but I'm not going to use one that I don't know.
What does that have to do with?
I'm not going to use one that I don't know.
Okay, fellas.
I'm not trying to embarrass you or put you on the spot or anything. I'm trying to show you what our problem is.
Okay, fellas, we have to keep the focus. This is about Korryn. We have to keep the focus.
Yes, it is.
I hear you, bro. Trust me. I hear you. I hear you, Charles. You feel me? Man, I hear you, Sean.
But I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I'm not, brother. I'm not. I love you, man. Listen, I love you, brother. I love you. I'm not trying to put you on the spot. Listen, this has happened all through the educational system. This is what has happened to us. They've been using words that we don't know the meaning of, and we're agreeing to it.
Okay, well, here's the definition of legal: based on or concerned with the law, permitted by law. That's what I just looked up.
Okay, and what dictionary did you give me the reference for that? I got a definition older than that supersedes that, because that's a modern term. That's a modern term. I can tell you right now, that's a modern term.
Okay.
Because the true definition means against God. Go Google it. It means against God. Period. So whenever you hear the word legal, just know it means against God. Now that's heavy, ain't it? If I just told you that the word legal means against God, and it really means that, and nobody really knew that, then legal really means something whole entirely different than what we thought. Now, isn't that correct? So now it changed your dimension, your reality, and your concept as it pertains to just that one little teeny word.
It doesn't change anything for me. But I'm going to get to
well,
another call.
Okay, take another call, bro.
And maybe it's right. I don't want to lose focus, and I want to make sure that we do the team some justice. And have a great dialogue.
Okay.
9-4-2 right quick. And make sure that, what'd you think?
Is the next call on?
Hello? Yeah.
Yo, what's your name? What's calling?
This is Greenland. Can you hear me?
Oh, what's going on, Granny? What's up, man?
Oh man, I'm listening, man, and Sean, Malik, I'm right in line with you guys, and as normal, I have a fairly dissenting position. So my word for this situation is pettifogging, and pettifogging is putting undue emphasis on trivial details. So, and I feel like this gentleman, all due respect for him, he's pettifogging. He's putting emphasis on undue details that are not going to help the situation. If this is a gentleman,
right now. I already told him that girl had more fucking children than a baby thing and all this.
I'm sorry, I don't know who's talking. I can't hear them.
Yeah, I was trying to let him. I don't think he was talking to us.
Okay, so if this is the gentleman and this is the ideology that he was teaching her, which led her to act that way on the phone call, either he is incomplete in his teachings for her, or he contributed to her death. Because there's no legal standing anywhere where you can ride around with no license plate. I want you guys to go out today, drive around the country, and see where you find somebody. No, let me.
I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna agree with you, brother.
That's fine. But let me
I did contribute to her death.
Let me finish speaking.
I did contribute to her death because I exposed her to the truth. Now, because
let me finish
I'm gonna tell you right now, the women gonna have to save us, man. The women gonna have to save us.
Let me finish speaking. You spoke.
Go ahead.
9442. I'm sorry I had to mute you for a second, but we can only have one person speaking at a time, and I want y'all to be respectful. I'm gonna bring you back in 9442.
All right,
sorry about that, but I had to say that.
You good, brother? You good? This is your show. If you feel the need to mute me, I respect you 100% for that. So all I'm saying is there is no situation in these United States where you can ride around without a license plate and then decide that you're going to tell the police or any state or local department what they are and are not going to do. You are required to acquiesce. So you can say whatever you want to say, but at some point you have to acquiesce. And I agree 100% with what Malik was saying. I'm not sure what the other lady was talking about in terms of subject. And any time you are suspected of violating any type of crime, whether it's misdemeanor, traffic, or felony, you can and usually are referred to as a suspect and or a subject. That is not specific to black people. That is specific to anybody caught up in the criminal justice system. So people are using a lot of concepts and very, very fancy words to explain a bunch of bullshit, and their explanations are bullshit. This concept of legal being against God, that may be an antiquated definition of it, but it is not a common use definition. And if you're driving around and you violate a traffic law, it's illegal. So that means you're with God. So you can create up all these complicated concepts to explain something which is strictly non-factual. And if you look at the ups and downs periodically throughout her videos, there seems to be some type of mental deficiency there. It's either bipolar or schizophrenia. I don't think it's schizophrenia, but it is quite indicative of bipolar.
Can I interject for a second? All of us right now are suffering from mental illness. Everybody right now, every last one of our people has mental illness. But some of us, our degree is a higher degree than others. Because we're all unknown person. If you think the reality and the life that we're living right now is normal, something wrong with you. If you don't think we're living under normal conditions in this day and time, something wrong with you. Now, you just said people driving around in these United States. Now, I just read to you that an American is one. They're talking about the land, and the United States is a private corporate. It's a corporation. You can't drive in the United States. It don't exist. It's a fiction. It's a political corporate entity. I'm trying to get you to understand what the problem is. We don't know what we're talking about.
Nobody agrees with you.
Listen,
but again, I want to add that there is everything that you're saying may be factually correct. I'm not disagreeing with that. You are way smarter than me on that particular topic.
I'm not. I'm not going to let you go. No. Go ahead.
I'm going to give you your props for your expertise, but my point is, there are the law. There's the law, as you say, and then there's the law that's applied to us, and those two are different.
Yeah, we are. Listen, we're really in trouble, brother, and I'm really, we don't understand words like colonization, occupation, and subjugation, because that's what we under. So everybody just look them three words up, and I'm just now. The European is a European. This ain't Europe, right? But he's enforcing what they call law, which it cannot be because he's not home. This is not his land, so he can't enforce law. Only the people of the land can enforce law. But we don't know civics. We don't know the ancient concepts and principles, how life and civilization really is, then we don't know. I can't get in a boxing ring trying to wrestle. You understand? If you want to box, you got to know how to box to get in the boxing ring. You can't get in the boxing ring trying to wrestle, bro. That's all I'm saying. We gotta know the game. We got to learn the game.
Your analogy, you're absolutely right. However, if that boxing ring, and y'all got a set of rules that y'all agree to prior to the match, but once you get into the ring, the ref, everybody involved, switch the rules on you, you either adapt or die, or lose. So you may have a set of rules that's actually.
Yeah, but listen, you can't even before you can even have a chance at winning in the boxing ring, you got to first get in the ring. We ain't even got a chance yet. We ain't even got in the ring because we don't know the game. We don't know the language. We don't know the words. We don't know the moves. Now, how we going to box if we ain't never even learned how to box? How we going to get in the boxing ring if we ain't never even learned how to box? This is what I'm trying to make it as simple as I can. I gave you several instances of where language is. Go ahead, brother.
All right, but I just want to switch up the tempo a little bit. So how long have you known Korryn?
Well, for me, about 15 years. 15 years.
Oh, that's beautiful. I heard from your daughter's side. I know she said that they was friends since like the 6th grade. For real. How was it? I just heard something in the background. How was she to you? As a
She called me daddy. She loved to laugh. She called me daddy. She loved to laugh. She loved to joke. She loved to eat. She was Korryn, listen to me, bro. She wasn't crazy. See the way you started making out she was crazy, like she had some emotional issues and all that. Wasn't nothing wrong with that. I'm trying to tell you, bro. She didn't want to be a slave no more. She was tired of the system. That's all I'm trying to get y'all to understand.
I agree. See, this is one thing that we do here in this circle for real. When somebody passes away, we're not going to put a microscope on just one incident because we have somebody that's a part of her family here. So we want to hear all about it. I don't want to hear about what happened on August the 1st. We can touch on that. But, just give us a little bit more insight. That's all it is. Just calm it, everybody just chill, relax, smoke a cigarette if y'all smoke or whatever, and just relax, man. Tell us more about it.
Let me tell you something. She's very respectful. She was a very respectful child, okay? She respects authority, okay? She was respectful to her elders. Okay, so don't let them paint the picture. Well, listen, let me give y'all an example. I had a brother. My brother was used to be the city councilman of Baltimore City, and he was murdered. The story that the public got was not correct. The story that we knew was correct. The immediate circle, I know the truth. I ain't gonna talk about it right now because it's gonna go way over your head. Some people think the population think that three brothers. My brother came out over corkscrew, and three brothers robbed him and shot him. And I'm telling you right now, that ain't happened. So what you see everything you see in the media, bro, is politically motivated.
So basically, they're trying to paint the narrative of her being something that basically that you know for a fact that she isn't.
Absolutely. And I'm telling you what she stood on. She stood on being a Moorish American and being home, and that she didn't want to be playing that game, and she was not going to do it. She'd rather be dead. I'm telling you that what was in her mind, bro, and she wasn't crazy.
Yeah,
it would give me liberty or give me death.
Yes, it
will. Yeah, I've been quiet for a while. Just, I usually do that, soak it all in, and I get what you're saying. I get it. You know what I mean? Sometimes we have problems with communication because sometimes we're not on the same context. You know what I mean? I get what you're saying. You sort of video with. Wait, let me finish the bill. As long as I mean, knowing the truth, or what you say, like. I believe that, we was already over here too. You know what I mean? Of course they brought Africans over, but there was already black people over here. And as you saying with the laws,
melanated people.
Okay, the terms, okay. But with the system, the system is defunct. They play words with the on people they play games with words, because words are powerful, believe it or not. And with the sister, like she like you said, she didn't want to play the game no more. You had a lot of people like that throughout the past. You know what I mean? Nat Turner and such and so forth. Some people just say, what the hell with this? I don't want to play no more. And I've seen that. Especially right now. You back in boys. I say that. Because that's what the sister. That's what she went by. You backing us, and you back an animal in the corner. They're gonna start scratching. They're going to start fighting. And that's what's happening with us right now. We back in the corner, and not many of us are fighting. And some people, they see it for what it is. Because most of the people that ain't fighting, they don't see it for what it is.
Exactly. So, and listen, they get ready to crank the volume.
Yeah.
It's going to escalate and escalate and escalate and escalate until we wake up. We ain't got no choice. It's up to us on how much death and destruction we want to see, because we got to study and learn what the true reality is. And right now, our people, and it's not concerned because they don't knock on their door personally, because they don't hit you personally. See, we don't see each other as brothers and sisters. You understand? We don't see each other as brothers and sisters because this was a part of the science that they did to us. They separated. That's why we got to study to see who we really are, so that we can build the bridges with one another and get stronger as a nation of people. Because we're a nation of people.
Yeah. So
when
basically,
you see other nations have problems, it's only going on in our community. Okay.
To try to bring to what you were saying, to what the brothers earlier, let me know if I'm saying it wrong. But basically, you're saying if we gain the consciousness and see what's really happening, stop buying into play the political games and buy into this system, and become and see for what it really is, and create a new system, we still just going to be going through the same thing. Is that basically where you were going? Okay. You know what I mean? There we go.
Exactly. But how? See, we live in a life that's not ours.
Hey, King. We do have a lot of more callers I want to get to if you're cool with that.
All right.
And salute to you for calling up, man. Definitely appreciate that, 9442.
Yes.
I want to get to 5942 right quick. And before that, I want to let y'all know y'all tuned in to my spin on Blog Talk Radio. From goons to guys, we welcome everybody. We don't have one rule, but that's be respectful. So let's get to 5942 right quick. What's good, fam?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much, man. How you doing?
I'm fine. I just wanted to say one thing. I understand where this brother's come from. Let's talk on the phone now. We as a people, black people, we are totally lost. Like, we lost in the sauce, like big time. And it's sad because you got people that really don't understand where Korryn was coming from and trying to put everything against her like she was wrong. And what this brother's saying is the play on words. That's a big issue. Like, people be saying words and really don't know what they mean. And the law is the same way. The law be having so many words and it's so extensive that us black folks, we really don't understand. And for somebody like Korryn herself to be able to elaborate and to know her stuff, they took offense to that. So she was a threat, of course, and she was spreading the word, the truth. And people don't like that.
Well, let me ask y'all this. Is it possible for a person to believe that she was both right and wrong? Because I think that a lot of times, especially amongst us, we choose a side. You know,
it's not even about right or wrong. It's all she's right. And all, because she's fighting for our rights.
It is possible, though, that I can say, I disagree with involving her son completely, 100,000%. That's something that, as a parent, I wholeheartedly cannot get behind. However, I agree with her standing up for herself, and I too have had moments in my life where I just couldn't take it anymore. It had built up too much, and I freaking I wouldn't take. That was my moment. I'm gonna stand up. I understand that aspect. I truly do. I understand. You know, she had the knowledge. It was her moment for her to stand up for herself. I get that, and I support that. I do not, however, support with your child here. That's just me.
Okay,
We have different thoughts on the same subject.
All right, let me say this. Let me say this real quick, because I always have to bring these subjects up. There have been plenty of cases where police raid houses and kill sleeping kids. And kill kids. Kill people that's innocent. Kill people that don't do nothing. It's like we're trying to make parameters about stopping somebody that already had the intent to stop us. To kill us. That's what so if she felt as though that she wanted to stand on her sword, if she felt that way, I can't say that she's wrong. I could just go by how I feel. Josh can only go by how he feel. Everybody on this phone can go by how they feel. But if that's how she felt, then who am I? I didn't create nothing. I'm a human just like y'all.
Let me tell you real quick. I only know that from the media, though. That's with the media. I don't know what happened in that room with her and them cops and how that baby was in there. You know, who knows how? I don't know how it went down, so I can't say too much on it.
Hey, listen to this, y'all. I talked to him. He's 5 years old and he's very articulate. I can talk to him just like I'm talking to y'all right now. Do you believe that?
Yeah, I believe that.
I saw a video of somebody talking to him, and you are right. The young man was very articulate.
Yeah, he's 5 years old. But let me see. We misjudge our children because we associating wisdom, knowledge, and understanding with age. Listen, we was here before we got here. We eternal spirit. Do y'all understand that? Listen, if you was in the room with her son right now, Cody, if you was in the room with him right now, you would not believe he was 5 years old. That's what I'm trying to tell you something.
I was very
when you meet Cody for the first time, I want y'all to understand and hear me. I know children. I've been around children all my life. I've raised many of them. I got 4, I think. How many children? I didn't forget. I got so many children. But I done raised children, okay? This 5-year-old little boy is not 5 years old. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Is y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
I hear you, sir. Yeah, I get you.
And he can tell you everything what happened because he told me and he said the same thing over and over again. Ask him, because I did. His mother ain't used him for no shield. She secured him in the closet.
I don't
and
think...
he ran and they still shot him.
Let me go tell you the same story. Before we take another caller, there's a report that there was her boyfriend was in the house with her with another child, and he left the house. Is that true? Sir?
Yes. I didn't hear you.
I said there were reports that her boyfriend was in the apartment with her and escaped and left the house with another child. And I'm wondering, is that part true?
Yeah, she told him to move. She had him under the impression that, she was going to be out. She secured him and that little baby to get out of there first. He thought she was going to come out too.
Okay.
All right.
That makes a lot of sense, and I'm glad I was able to ask that one. And
her mind was made up. I'm telling you, her mind was made up maybe 2 or 3 years ago, brother. That's what I'm trying to tell you. She didn't just think it is and did that day. If you go back to the video when she was in the car, when she said, y'all going to have to take me out of here in a body bag?
Yeah,
that was that same state of mind. That was that same state of mind. And you've seen the video, you can see she was intelligent, right? She was articulating, right?
Correct.
Did she seem crazy when she was articulating?
No.
Or did she just clearly?
That's what I was trying to explain. It's because they cut up the video, and the video that's circulating around is like 2 minutes. The one I seen the whole one when the police pulled up before they walked to the car and all that. I seen the whole thing.
You're right, and she was articulating. She was calm, cool, and collected, wasn't she?
Correct.
That's what I'm trying to get. That's what we got to help people to understand is when people want to be free and they don't want to be a slave no more. This is the option. Mm-hmm. Now y'all can take it or leave it. And until you get on this journey seeking truth to be free, you ain't gonna never understand.
Mm-hmm. On that note, we're going to take another call.
In other terms, they call it rebellion.
Exactly. I mean, when you're going against the norm in America, for real, of course people want to label you all types of things. That's why we don't like labels too well. But it is one question I do got to ask you, brother. Do y'all have any plans on the funeral service just of yet, or did you hear anything about it yet?
Well, as my best friend, we've been friends for years. Her wishes was to be cremated. That was some of the things we spoke about before her passing. But as of today, the family is still grieving, and we're trying to stay strong. So, I mean, we haven't even seen the body to know what's going on. So I'm just afraid that she's not going to be the same Korryn, like physically looking at her. So I'm hoping that the family carries out with her wishes, and I'm going to do my best to make sure that happens.
Okay. That's what's up.
All right. No doubt. And if you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out and let us know. And on that note, I do want to get to another caller. Salute to you for calling in, 5942. Definitely appreciate that.
No problem.
And I think we got 4125 is next, and then we got 0609. What's good, fam?
What's happening, folks?
What's up?
Man, oh man. Well, let me first start with what I've been hearing for the past half an hour. First of all, I have to say that regardless of what kind of words or terms or whatever, the final analysis was still death. That's what it is. As far as historically, because I can't stress this enough, that historically this has always been done. This is something that is not new. It is like what is said, that the racism isn't getting worse, it's getting videoed and it's getting audio. So now we see it more often than ever, and we can zoom in on that. Now, what happened to this young lady right here, to me, was very, very uncalled for. Okay? Mm-hmm. It was utterly ridiculous, and I think that that justice was not served. But is this really a surprise? you know. What should happen as far as what to do about situations like these is we got to start thinking more strategically. Now, I heard a previous caller say that we don't have any power. That's where he's wrong. We do have the power. We just have to have the courage to be able to come forth and use that power. It's just like if you look at the historical figure Hannibal, he was a slave. And he made it up in his mind that he was going to be one of the most powerful military men on the planet. In fact, he's so powerful that today military units globally use his strategy. So we could be nice, we could be loving of ourselves or whatever, but the point here is we have to have a strategy, and it's that time where war is about to come. We can't avoid it. We can't hide from it. We can't run from it. We can't love our way out of it. The war has got to happen. Wars have happened since time immemorial, and this isn't going to be any different.
Peace, sister. I don't know if anybody's familiar with what they call the Rex 84 plan, where it's well, you know, it's called solid weapons for solid wars.
Basically, it's compared to the King Alfred plan. Yeah, I know all about it.
That's what it is. Well, we are at war. Let's understand that now. We've been murdered. We're at war.
We've been at war since we got here.
Well, they say since we got here, but that's a myth too. But I don't even want to go there. But we was already here. But one thing's for sure, they foreigners. That's for sure. They're foreigners. They're Europeans. This ain't Europe. And we ain't Indians, and this ain't India.
I might think some dogs, I think, barking in the background, and I'm saying it's probably overtaking the song a little bit.
I mean, I'm just saying, people seem to be so open to killing us now because our retaliation is marches and speeches and prayers. When are we going to move all that out of the way and actually show some action that will make the boat shake instead of moving with the status quo?
We all got to have this. We got to come together as one unity. That's it. We got to come together under one free national name. That's it. We got to come together. So
how do we go about that when there are so many labels and undercurrents?
We got to study. I'm telling you, if you're really seeking freedom, if you're really seeking the truth, we all going to end up at the same place. If you're really seeking the truth,
I have to ask the same question, though, because, for example, the teacher that got killed, he was educated and still got shot.
Oh, let's go with that word educated. Educated means to train. Now, if you got a dog and the person who owns the dog is going to train the dog to serve him.
Well, my thing with that is that if we want to play those kinds of word jargon, we can say we can teach somebody, because there's a difference between teaching and educating. You can teach a dog to do something, but when you're talking about people and educating them, education goes back to what you're talking about, studying and implementing that study. But once you implement it, then what? Because not everybody is going to be of like mind. If you look at what happened in the past with what happened with the UNIA movement with Marcus Garvey, it wasn't him that took us down. It was a coon that was within the UNIA that took us down, that was informant for the freaking government. So what happens when you've got intel that is within this quote-unquote unified front? Because not everybody that's black thinks black. So who's going to take the time to sift out the ones that are of like mind versus the one that will follow the status quo?
I understand what you're saying, sister, and I don't want to seem like I'm trying to beat a dead horse. I don't want to make it appear that I'm trying to cram anything down anybody's throat. But that word black, us referring to us with that word there, is dangerous.
That black label was imposed on us. Black people didn't just say, "Oh, we're black." That was imposition. But how do we go beyond the label and stop worrying about the word itself?
Because words
that's what I'm trying to get
to. Yeah, me too. Since we saying the same thing, well, I think what we
what you're saying is, okay, we need to educate ourselves. Okay, after we educate ourselves, then what? Is what I'm asking.
Then you apply it.
You apply what you learn. That's what education is for, right? The problem is
All
right. Let me say this then. I mean, we keep talking about educating, but we're not talking about education of what. It's a lot of things you can be educated under. You can be educated under weapons, military science, finances, under the law. I mean, so if we just say educated, and we can't ask for we haven't been oppressed for so long, and then we're just going to come from under oppression with one great idea. Because there's a lot of people here that look just like us, that's melanated, that had a good idea. You feel what I'm saying? So it definitely takes a unit of people to come up with a strategy, and it has to hit from all angles because we're being oppressed from all angles.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about the action, though, because he's talking about learning and studying and all this, and he's saying, well, apply what you learned, and it goes back to what you said, hon, about, educated in what? Do we get educated on learning how to do finance and, medicine and science? Not everybody, I'm sorry to say, not everybody is as how can I say this, academically apt to learn the things that need to be learned. So what has to happen is we got to get those people that aren't of that academic stature to pull in as well. And you have to have a way of doing that. And sometimes people are, auditory learners, visual learners, hands-on learners. You got to hit everybody on all fronts. But at the end of the day, we have to act on what's being learned. We can play word games and like earlier, we can think of 1,000 definitions, but at the end of the day, when that police officer pulls you over, he's not asking you to pull out your Webster's dictionary. He's asking you to pull out your license and registration. And if he's feeling like he didn't meet his quota of the month, you got to hope that you don't get shot in the back of the neck. That's what I'm talking about, So what happens with that?
Queen, on that note, I got to get to another caller. We only got 30 minutes left. I am truly enjoying the build, I must say, and I appreciate everybody that's called in. I definitely got to get to another one, though, Queen.
Appreciate you, hon. Anytime.
No doubt. You have a good one. And I must say, though, I do agree with the brother as far as us being more educated. I agree with him on that. And to add to what she was saying and what AJ was saying, we need to build on every aspect. As many aspects as we can build on. We need to do that. We also, but there, change is not just a myopic vision. There are many facets to change and many roads to the same destination. Now to add to the education, we need to have an actionable plan. And I'm not. I was one of those people for a long time. I thought marches were bullshit. It made no sense. I'm starting to understand the propaganda aspect of marching. Does it physically solve anything? Usually it doesn't. But when black folks see a lot of other black folks together doing something, it makes you feel better about yourself, and it makes you more inclined to want to get involved in whatever they're doing. Well, I get that aspect and the wisdom behind marching from that standpoint. It may not change the system per se, but it may change the views of other black people to want to join in the community. Well, there's more than one way to skin a cat, and sometimes everybody can be right. On that note, we're going to get to, let's see, we got 0609, and then we got, I believe, 3437. It's good, man.
Hello?
Yo.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. What's your name, brother?
Hey, man, my name is Ramon, man. How you doing, brother? I'm from Baltimore, Maryland.
Hey, what's going on, brother? Ramon, so you are Korryn Gaines' next door neighbor, correct?
Yes, sir. That's me, brother. That's me.
Oh, okay. All right. How you doing, brother? All right. Could you give us a little rundown of the person she was and ultimately what happened on August the 1st?
All right. In reference to that date, man, she never gave me no problems. Mind you, this is my next door neighbor, right? So from what I've seen, she was a pretty nice lady, but you could tell that she was disturbed at different times and moments, though. So I don't want to disrespect her character under any circumstances. May she rest in peace. And mind you, nor do I agree with the way that the police handled the situation, because everything can be done, in a different type of manner. But I will say this, though, to you, good brother. In reference to all of that, I'm sitting in my house, minding my business, with my 1-year-old daughter, and honestly, I thought her and her boyfriend was fighting again because they done, did that quite a few times. So I get up and I'm changing my daughter's diaper. I walk to the door, and it's like 5 or 6 cops. They got guns out. And they tell me, hey, man, get back in the house. I'm like, oh, shit, fuck that. So I don't know if I can cuss now, but pardon me, So I get back, sitting in the house, relaxing. And actually, believe it or not, I left my door unlocked. That's when, the special task force came in. And they walked in my house, and they told me I had to leave my house. And I'm like, they told me to jump off the balcony or something. I'm like, dude, I'm not jumping off the balcony. I got a 1-year-old. Like, I'm not hopping off no balcony with my child. It's my house or whatever. And mind you, keep this in mind. I'm thinking that she's going to walk out and everything's going to be, peace and blessings, But everything stemmed from a traffic warrant. Now, keep this in mind also, though. The car that she had, because the car was parked next to my car, she had a cardboard box tag that said free country, something to that extent. I know every time anybody in the building would look at it like, what the fuck? Like, we were looking at it, be like, what is that? And, I live in Randallstown, right? And I don't know if anybody's familiar with Liberty Road off of Randallstown. Cops don't play out there. There's like 4 knocks out there. Like, if your paperwork or your tax ain't straight, you will get pulled over ASAP, point blank, period. So she gets pulled over. That's where the misdemeanor came from. And she missed the court date. That's why the police was knocking at the door. So a lot of times people feel like she was getting picked on. No. You have rules and regulations that you have to follow and abide by, especially like in America, period, especially in the state of Maryland. So, with that being said, man, what happened after that is she let it be clear that she's tired of being harassed by the police. She said, leave her alone, leave her house, and if you come in, I got a shotgun and I will shoot. These cops have been in my house, and I got holes in my wall.
Wow.
Still there, brother?
I'm still here.
Oh, damn. His call dropped. Brother, man, 0609, if hopefully you listen, please call back, man, and we'll get you right back on. But he did. Here we go right here.
Oh, is that your phone?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
So it's okay, you got me. All right. So what I was saying was, man, she let it be known, like I said, the police is in my house. I got holes in my wall where they was digging in holes in the wall so they could hear and put the camera through and they could see it. And a lot of things that people don't understand is that she had a petty warrant in reference to, traffic. Really, it was failure to appear in court. So anybody that's familiar with that, when you have a bench warrant, it's an automatic, they're coming knocking at your door, point blank, period. And she let it be known she doesn't want to be bothered. She said, leave me alone. I'm tired of being harassed. And if you come in here, I'm shooting. She let that be known. She let it be known since 8:30 in the morning, because they at my house since 8:30 in the morning. Got all these cops in my house. I got holes in my wall. They dug in my bedroom, my living room, my bathroom, like digging holes and everything of that sort. They walking around with machine guns or, rifles or whatever you want to call it, plus their regular handguns, and my daughter's walking around. So they're trying. I'm being honest with you, though. They're trying to get this young lady out. But she refused to cooperate. Like, she literally refused to. And she made it be known, if you come in here, I'm shooting. Point blank, period, I'm shooting. And she would not concur with the cops. So with that being said, the thing that made me mad was the fact that she ended up losing her life. But my door was open the whole time because they got my door open. When her son got shot, his elbow got shot off. I'm looking at it. His whole elbow was swollen. All you see was like a piece of blood sticking out. You understand what I'm saying? And it's blood leaking. Like matter of fact, I got a picture on my phone that I took a picture and I put it on my Facebook where you can see the blood on the wall, like by her door. Do you understand what I'm saying? And when people say that, oh, she didn't shoot, she shot. She shot 2 rounds. Then I got pictures on my phone with the rounds that she shot off with the shotgun. So a lot of times when you see the Black Lives Matter, this, that, and the third, wasn't nobody in that building except for the people that live in my building I don't want to hear nothing about what Tom, Dick, and Harry said. I was there from the beginning to the end, period. And may that young lady rest in peace, but she brought it on herself. And I'm more pissed off that she jeopardized my daughter, because I got a 1-year-old. You know, them walls, like our walls are thin. Then on top of that, she jeopardized her own children's life. And then when they talk about her boyfriend running out, yes, he did run out. But let me tell y'all something else. She was pointing the gun at him, too. And he know how his lady is. He know how she get down. So if somebody's pointing a gun at you, he had an opportunity to get up out of there because he knew that she wasn't going to compromise with the police. He grabbed the littlest baby and he ran out. That's what happened. So when people sit back and say that, oh, he's a coward, this, that, and the third, no. What do you do when somebody's pointing a shotgun at you? Then you put yourself in that situation, in that predicament, brother. And that's all I got to say about the situation. Like I said, man, my name is Ramon Coleman, and it is what it is, good brother. Anybody got any questions?
Yeah, I got a question for you. Now, you said that they were drilling holes in the wall. So it's footage of what happened, pretty much.
Right. I mean, it's not funny. Okay. It's unfortunate, but I understand what you mean, though.
Okay, because, you know, I was reading reports, because, you know, I ain't too far off Liberty Heights, my goddamn self. I'm reading the reports. You feel what I'm saying? And they were saying that that they told the cops to not wear their cameras, their body cameras. And she was live streaming at the same time, and they stopped her from live streaming on Facebook. So that made me confused. But now what you just told me was a very insightful information, because we know it's hell. We know it's hell. You feel what I'm saying? Now this can vindicate the police, or it could put them in a bad situation as well, in my personal opinion.
Right. Now, with that being said, this is my opinion. Now, don't quote me on it. It's just my opinion. Okay. My cell phone wasn't properly working. I don't know if they had some type of machines in there or something, but it got to the point that at one point in time, I couldn't get on the internet and I couldn't make any phone calls. And
yeah, they could do that. Like intercept.
Like, I don't know what they did, but like, I think this is just my opinion. I think it was something in reference to that. Because I'm in there, and before they finally did all of that type of stuff, I'm calling my family members like, Mom, Aunt, I'm stuck in this house. There's all these cops up in here. Like, when I say cops, I'm talking about, like, special forces. These dudes ain't had no Baltimore County uniforms on. These dudes came in all green with the helmet on. And to be honest with you, when you talking about body cam, and this is just from what I've seen, anybody, like, only the snipers had on the body cam. Like, they have a designated person that's the one that's designated to go in and shoot. Because it's like when you got a team, you got like the point guard. Like, look, boy, you the point guard, you the power forward. They got what you call the sniper, exactly. So that's the one with the body cam. You understand what I'm saying? And mind you, brother, mind this. That man, when he shot her, I seen it when a white guy did it. It was a tall Caucasian guy. He ain't want to do it. That man, you know how white people look. They pale-faced. That man was redder than a crayon by the time everything was said and done. He was red as a crayon. And I looked at him like he didn't want to do it. Like, I mean, they tried, mind you, legally, and I'm only talking about legally, but I'm not talking about morally. Legally, they did what they could do as far as legally. It was a justified murder. But morally, it was not justified. Not morally. Because they should have waited a little bit longer. You know, I don't care if you put a smoke bomb up in there or something. You understand what I'm saying? Or right. Just waiting to chill. And then when they say, why didn't you let the mother or the father or the cousin? Let me explain that to you for those who are listening and those who don't actually understand. If Baltimore County, because it became to a hostage situation, because she had children up in there, and she did threaten the police with a shotgun. So now it's a hostage situation. If they let somebody come up in there to try to talk to them, and she got a shotgun, and she's talking about, I'm fully loaded, and I'm ready to shoot. If something happened to anybody that comes up in there trying to talk to Baltimore County, they're responsible for it. So that's another lawsuit. So by the state of Maryland and rules of the police department, they're not going to do anything to get their ass sued if anybody actually understand that. So when people say, oh, they should have let me come through, I understand where they're coming from. But they're only doing things protocol. They're going by the book as far as protocol. You know, and mind you, the girl, I think that they should have showed a little bit longer. And I'm pissed off because I didn't get a chance to go to the market. And my daughter, out of any day to choose, she chose that day to have diarrhea and only had 10 diapers left. So I'm sitting back like, man, I can't even go. And my daughter pooping every 20 minutes. So I'm like, man, I'm running low on diapers. I got a 1-year-old. I'm running low on diapers. I got 2 bottles of milk left. No, really 3 bottles of milk left. And I can't make it to the store because they're telling me you can't go nowhere. So what do you do then? I was more so pissed because of the inconvenience. But I really thought that she was going to come out because you had a negotiator that came through, and the negotiator was like, look, sweetheart, you seem like a real smart young lady, da-da-da-da-da. You know, you got your children to live for. He said, I will take you down to Woodline Precinct. All you have is a misdemeanor. We will book you, take you to the commissioner, and you will be out. Because traffic ticket is not a felony. Like, you don't need a bond to get out on that. Only thing they're going to do is take you through the system, and next thing you know, after you go through the system, you will get another court date, and you can fight it like that. And what pissed me off, may she rest in peace, you know, peace and blessings to her and her family, she jeopardized her children's life because of her frustration and her anger. That's what made me mad. It's all about the children. I don't care how much I'm mad at the system. I don't care how much I don't like look, I don't like police. Let's keep it a buck. I don't like police officers because it's all a money game. And they will lock you up for any particular reason because it's about money. And they make the money off of poor people. You don't see them you don't see a bunch of rich people downtown getting tickets, this, that, and third, and things like that. So I understand her pain. I've walked down the street, have guns pulled out on me, and I didn't do anything to anybody. But there's a different way. You can't fight that type of war. You're not going to win. Like, you know, they're backed by the U.S. government. You're not going to win that type of fight. You know, you got to use your mind and use your brain. You can't use a shotgun and thinking that you're going to be able to beat the police. Like, we had over 50 police officers up around Carriage Hill, man. At least over 50 cops around there. And I didn't know that this made national. I had no idea that this made national news. I had no idea. I just thought that it was just an episode. I couldn't come outside because I definitely wasn't thinking about going on the internet and looking at the news. But, I mean, like I said, rest in peace to that sister. And, you know, may God bless the children more than anything because, man, I got his elbow blown off, and I seen it, and I seen the blood leaking from his arm with a piece of bone sticking out. That man's going to be, he got to live with that for
Your phone's breaking up.
Hey, can you hear me better now?
Yeah. Hey, do you mind if we take a couple of callers?
No problem, man. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, go ahead, do your thing, man. No doubt, man. Go ahead.
I want you to stay around, though, bro.
All right, man. I got you, brother. I got you.
I'm not sure if we still have her best friend's father on. If you're there, sir, let me know.
All right, no problem.
Her best friend is here as well. We're on speakerphone, but we're here.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I hadn't cut you guys off.
Oh no, we here. Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get to 3437 right there. Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Oh, what's your name?
I can just speak them up, babe.
Somebody got something going on in the background. This is Mr. Research calling from California.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. Just to let you know, all that noise is not me.
What we're gonna do is I'm gonna mute everybody for you, sir, so we can make sure we don't have this noise here.
I just finished.
So here's the thing.
I did the interview. I did it.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
All right, so here's the thing. Respectfully, now that you heard a bunch of people say what they said, let's talk about the law and let's talk about the history of the law, period. So what's unfortunate sometimes when you hear folks say stuff, they don't come from the standpoint of they vote on the regular or they know what the laws really are. So let's talk about the whole issue of the cops going to get her for a failure to appear. Prior to 2003, that was illegal. The only reason that's legal is because George W. Bush signed an executive order with the Patriot Act. So now counties and cities want to get revenue off the citizens. So they go out to get you for that stuff. Your parents never went through that. Your grandparents never went through that. People have been on driver's license and failure to appear forever. A failure to appear only applied when you were behind a vehicle yet again. That's when you were actually pulled over, not off the street, not at your home. Stuff like that, I'm in California. You can't do that in California. But I've noticed as a man that travels a lot, you can do that in black places where people do not locally vote. Let me say that again. In black places where people do not vocally vote. Now, somebody can come after me and say, no, that's not true because over here they do X, Y, Z, Z, Y, X. Hear me loud and clear, because I've done like three blog talk shows with nothing but cops. And they've all basically agreed to the information I'm providing y'all now. Police officers are paranoid to deal with people who look like they can fight the ticket or write a letter about harassment. Police officers do not mess with people that have lawyers on deck. So the history of this is illegal, but I understand why they did it, because officers have a mandate, a quota. Even though they say they don't have a quota, you have to justify your paycheck. If you don't respond to that little domestic violence case and you've been sitting in your car on Facebook hollering at chicks all day, then you need to go set up a speed trap with your homeboy and bring in cases. Or you need to do what they did in this regard. The lady was in her right. The cops were not truly threatened, because as long as you're in your house and not outside the public, a cop is not truly threatened. Okay? So because that cop wanted that revenue, and let me say this last thing before you guys jump in. When you go look at most city councils, I challenge y'all, because I know black people hate to look up research and laws, and because it's amazing sometimes the stuff that's just out there we don't pay attention to. But when you go to the city council of the place y'all stay, here's what you're going to find. You're going to find a connection with private jails. Private jails, not your county jails. Private jails, jails that Bob and Redneck Sue Ann created. And guess what those city councils have done to you citizens? They have guaranteed occupancy. Now ask yourself a question in your own city. How can my city councilman, who's been on the board for 20 years or 10 years, making all this money off my back with parking tickets and traffic tickets, how can he guarantee occupancy to a private jail on the stock market? Well, when Bill Clinton created the crime bill, this is my last thing. When Bill Clinton created the crime bill, that's what gave city council the opportunity to do that. Go ahead, brother.
All right, and just so everybody knows, we only got about 10 minutes left. So I'm going to try to get to another caller. I do apologize for those who still holding on and we won't be able to get to. Is there anything that you think should have been handled differently from her end?
From her end, the only option she had was to have a lawyer on deck before it even got to that point. Because police officers now are predatory. They're looking for revenue. They want revenue. So there's nothing you can do when a person has God-like power over your life and they want revenue. Even if you had to pay rent, just like the brother before me said, she could have went in there, bailed out. But that's not necessarily true. It depends on what judge you get. Everybody knows that. So that's not necessarily true. But let's say the lady went in there and they held her. Like I was in Seattle one time. They held me for 3 weeks for failure to appear. Okay, because it was a local judge and they could. So there's not much she could have did. Go ahead.
Wow.
I like the fact that you use the term predatorial, because that's what we're starting to see more often. You know, a lot of these cops are drunk off power for real. And and the thing, it always comes back to she could have did this and she could have did that, and I understand that. But if somebody is saying that this is,
they listen to anybody.
You feel me? Like
AJ, hold on 1 second, man. I want to bring 0609 back. I'm sorry to cut you off, man, but I want to let him know he got some background noise.
All right.
Hey, bro, 0609.
Hey, we are short on time, so let me give you this other research. Everybody go on YouTube and look for a video from Officer Birch, from the Young Turks, Officer Birch. He is suing his captain because he went to work and his captain was trying to force him to arrest more black people.
I seen that. I seen that.
Okay, I'm glad you did. Not many people do, because we black people hate research and we hate the law. What he did was he put his phone in his pocket and recorded his captain.
I can let that go.
You don't need to feel sensitive. The captain.
I'm done. I'm just keeping it real.
The captain. Yeah, but check this out. Anytime you got to say something like that, you must have felt some type of way. What they say, a hurt dog yelps the loudest. But here's my point.
I felt like defending the research,
and you still
didn't care about the law.
And you still yell.
Well, I
never said your name personally, but some way you felt hurt by it.
Brothers.
Not a debate.
Okay.
No, I understand. I understand. He's emotional. I get it. I get it. But anyway, so
he's absolutely right. I'm emotional about people lying on me and people lying and generalizing about all black folks. I know for a fact, I got brothers on the phone right now who love the research. So we gonna move on to 8118. What's good, man?
Hello? Hello?
811.
What's going on, brother Zal? You hear me?
Yes, sir. We hear you. What's going on, Zal?
Yeah, it's good. Just know I like to read and research, and I'm doing it right now, actually. I was going to put that out there, you know what I mean? Because I know how to brother Lord, like the new people. So I want to put that out there. Research. How's everybody doing? Everybody good?
Yeah, man. We chilling, man.
Yeah. Yo, huh? Hello?
No, we hear you, man. You always catch us at the end, man.
Yeah, I was trying to, bro. I was training some people at the gym and all that, but my whole thing about this whole situation, first of all, rest in peace to the sister. You know what I'm saying? She laid her life out, on the line. You know what I'm saying? What she felt was, me protecting her life and her child, her home. I'm hearing a lot of mixed reviews, on people who's either criticizing her or the way she handled the situation, to the point where they criticizing her because they're saying that she jeopardized her own child's life and her own child's safety and the other child and the other individual that was inside the household as well, right? I'm actually siding with the sister, because we all know that there should be no way a freaking SWAT team should be coming inside your house like that, for so-called warrants. Yeah, for a ticket, for violations and things of that nature. And mind you, they said that they had a 5-hour standoff, right? Just recently, earlier today, I read a report, where
the
this white guy, Virginia Beach, this white guy had a 7-hour standoff.
Yeah, we researched.
Yo, and mind you, but in that situation, he was the first one to fire the shot at the cops. In this situation, the cops fired the first shot at her.
Did that white guy get off though with no charges? No, they put no charges on him?
Oh no! I have something better than that though. Even this recently, matter of fact, this happened after the shooting in Dallas. There was I think this incident happened in Texas. There was a
it happened in Houston. It was on a Sunday. It was the same week with Fidel Castillo and Austin Sterling got killed. It was the same week, and it was on a Sunday. There was a black dude. They shot him outside a gas station.
No.
It was a white dude too. I know. It was different.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about I know. I already know about that incident. I'm talking about the deputy who went out and because he was fed up about the whole Dallas shooting, about the cops. He went out shooting in some neighborhood, and he also shot up a church. And mind you, he's out free right now with no mugshot.
Yep, I seen that.
He's out free, no mugshot.
But yeah, but I'm sorry to stop your bill, though.
You know, but thing is though, you know, as my brother Tariq and she would say, we do have these race soldiers that's out there, you know, targeting black folks, and we know in black neighborhoods, you know, we all know, like the brother said earlier about the quotas, you know, but police do have a quota, which is very real, you know, and I know a lot of them don't want to admit it, either from city to city, state to state, but they do have quotas which they do gotta fulfill. It's like any other job, you know, we all have quotas and stuff like that. But let's get back to this whole situation though. The cops, I feel they kind of triggered the situation even to a further extent. You know, people will say, oh, you know, she had a gun and stuff like that, but you know, she's in her own household. You know, it's not like she was outside waving a gun and stuff like that. You know, and like I said earlier, you know, the cops fired the first shot at her, and then I read I seen an interview just a few minutes ago. I think it was the chief of police. They was talking about the child who got shot. He was saying, you know, they don't know whether it was if the bullet was from her or was from law enforcement. Now, things though, I already know that's BS because we all know forensics going to prove that, you know, the gunshot wound came from the cops.
What are you talking?
You know.
Sorry about that, Zal.
No, it's cool. Like I said, you know, we all know that huh?
Let me ask you this: did you hear the brother that was on that lives next door?
Yeah. And he was saying how the kid got blew off, and you know, and how the walls is hollow and things of that nature. I heard him.
What you think from his standpoint?
Huh?
Because I mean, basically the gist of what I got from him is that a lot of people that I have spoken with, it's mixed to me. You know, everybody is definitely sorry that the sister lost her life, and believe that the cops definitely could have handled things differently.
Yeah, much differently. We all know that. Yeah, but
places that she could have made differently.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I think you know, on both parties, you could say it's morally wrong. You know, but even on the kids we have, I don't know if you've seen it when his family put up a recent video of him in the hospital, and the kid was breaking down the whole everything what happened. You know what I'm saying? You know, the other guy, well, I don't know if it was a boyfriend or whoever the guy was in the apartment with him. With her and stuff like that. You know, he didn't just was up and leave and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I guess the situation they got heated for him. You know, but even the kid said, you know, he wants to stay with his mother. You know, so like, you know, I'm not gonna go on the limb and go do the coward and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't know what he was thinking in his mind and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna say that, but I would say, you know, she held her own. You know, and I'm not gonna say she's nowhere mentally ill. As I said it earlier, if she's mentally ill, then Dylan Roof is a saint. You know, because I'm not gonna play that mentally ill crap, man, with people, man. I think she was perfectly sane, man, perfectly sane. You know,
overly sane. You ask me.
You can say that, but I think you know, with a lot of situations that's happening current right now in the U.S. You know, what I mean, with black folks, you know, a lot of us are either nervous around police, you know what I mean, law enforcement, so-called people who was to protect and serve. Just recently, a woman, you know what I'm saying, you know, she got pulled over, you know, and she ended up calling 911 to get other officers to come, you know, and assist the situation. And the officers that was there, you know, he started using aggressively force to try to detain her. And luckily, it was on camera.
Hey, Zal, I want to talk. We got like 5 minutes left. I want to squeeze in one more call if possible.
Go ahead, bro.
Hey, man, salute to you for putting up too, man. And I'm glad you got a new phone too, man. Congrats.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, man, that was salute to you, Zell.
Salute, bro.
No doubt. We're going to do 0578 right quick. And before we do that, man, I want to let y'all know I appreciate the dialogue. I appreciate the 99.9% being respectful. And this is a tough one. It really is. So salute to everybody that called in, and thank you from the bottom of our heart to the friends of Ms. Gaines and to the neighbors too for calling in and giving us some insight that we would not otherwise have had. Definitely has been one of my favorite shows thus far, and I definitely just personally I appreciate y'all, man. So don't forget to check out
let me say.
And All Black Everything. And don't forget to check out the website, myskinismysin.com. Hold that thought for a second, AJ. Let me get to 0578. 0578, you got like 2 minutes to say something. Sorry I had to do that to you, but we only got 4 minutes to go.
Hey, Joseph.
What's up? Who's
this is Tina Payne.
Hey, Tina.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, yourself?
Yeah, it's good. Nice show, you guys. Thanks for inviting me. A lot of important topics touched on. I think a couple of people made a bunch of valid points. You know, one thing I promote is like unity amongst us. So, you know, it starts in levels, different stages of it. I guess we all just have to be on a path where we're able to communicate. I think you said that, Joseph, right? Communication is like key. So we need to start communicating more. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Salute to you.
Salute to you.
What you say, AJ?
Oh, I was just saying, salute to you for calling up. You know, just taking some time out your day to call in and listen to us. Definitely appreciate it.
All right, sounds good.
No doubt. And don't forget to check out, is it Revitalizing Inc.?
Revitalizing Youth Inc.
There we go. I knew I missed the word. Don't forget
Much
to check
love.
that out. It's a beautiful thing what she's doing. Salute to you, Tina.
Yeah, salute to that sister right there. And somebody, the plug wanted me to give him a shout out. I definitely want to say shout out to my boy, knowing my whole life. Shout out to Jerome Rose. That's my bro. That's my brother right there. His name is the Plug now, so I got to call him the Plug. Shout out to you.
Cut it.
That's it right there, man. He the plug from now on.
That's what he said. You better call me the Plug.
You don't salute him? Ran off on the Plug twice. Calling, I ain't calling back.
Right.
But I definitely appreciate to have, you know, Korryn's surrogate father and sister call in and shed some light on her beautiful light. And she's a beautiful woman, beautiful children, and hold on. Okay. All right. Yeah, and you know, it was a beautiful spirit. You know, I would say that the spirit of Harriet Tubman and Nat Turner, you know, the ancestors spoke to her, and she just drew her line in the sand. She, whether you call it a ticket or whatever, she just had enough. You know what I mean? She stood her ground, and that's what she did. As far as us coming together, unifying under whatever name you want, under umbrella, me personally, you can call yourself whatever you want, as long as you know the system. The system is the connective tissue that's going to bring us all together. It's destroying this. We could do the argue about what tribe, who you are later. We gotta fight this system right now. But go ahead, King. I'm done.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I want to give a shout out to, you know, her family as well. You know, they was connected, knew each other for so long, over 16 years. That's family right there. You know, definitely give a shout out to Ramon as well. Yeah, I mean, you want to go check out his Facebook page, you can find it. We'll definitely give a shout out to the two bros right here, Sean Don. Give a shout out to Jobs, you feel what I'm saying? Check out the group, My Skin Is My Sin, you feel what I'm saying? You can also go to his website under the same name. And check us out every Thursday, man. If you got the number, tell a friend to tell a friend. Call in at 7 p.m. And maybe we're on for 2 hours. You know how we rocking over here. We laugh, joke, talk serious, and do everything under the sun. Except disrespect each other and don't do research. We don't research over here. I want everybody, to be safe, enjoy your life, and I definitely just wanted to just send her off to a better place because I know that's where she's at. And she stood on her sword, and she wasn't gonna let nobody move off. You wanted to knock off it, man. I can't do nothing more but respect that.
And just to add to my brothers, rest in peace to the Queen. Black folks, we got to be able to understand that you can have more than one thought on a scenario, on a situation. It's okay to be conflicted. It's okay to look at every angle of the scenario. We got to get over this. It's this or that and taking sides. That's what they want. They depend on us taking sides. At some point, we got to realize, having a different thought process does not make you less of a black person. It makes you a different black person. We are not all the same, nor should we be. On that note, again, salute to everybody that called. And please, black folks, stop being dumb. Go research and learn something.
Research? Well, I don't know what research is, master. I like to play the banjo. Research.
I'm gonna play something and take us out, man. Peace out, y'all. Have a good one. Black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and